Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Well, hello again, faithful watchers of this vlog. This is Long Car Rides with Jesse. And, yeah, you already know the drill. I'm in my car and driving, you know, doing stuff. I'm in town, just checking stuff out. Had to go to the store, buy stuff, and drive through now. Waiting.
How about place your order?
Yeah, can I get a large Coke and a small fry?
Is that all?
That's it.
Okay, 262 is your first window. Thank you.
Thank you. Do not judge me. I'm entitled to a few guilty pleasures once in a while. And I happen to like French fries. And pop. Just pop. The guy up above thinks I'm talking to myself.
Give me 262. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. So, it's been a while since I've done one of these, obviously. For different reasons. We're doing a podcast now every week, sometimes every 2 weeks. And that takes up time. And it's a lot of fun. And sometimes I just don't have a whole lot to say in these vlogs. That's why I don't do them that often, because I like to wait until I have something to bring to the table, so it doesn't sound like I'm rambling on about nothing, which is actually what I'm doing right now. But my very dear friend Leonard Sultana has been pestering me forever to do another one of these long car rides, because apparently him and his wife Caroline, they just love them. They love to watch this. They love to watch me sit in my car and talk. So you know, this is for you guys. Basically, I am doing this for you guys. You know, don't you feel special? And but you know what? This has been a great time in nerdedom, because Comic-Con is coming up, and I depart for San Diego. Tomorrow makes 7 days until I leave for California, before I get on that plane and I take off and land in sunny San Diego. And I'm really excited for that. I'm very, very, very excited to get back out there and see all my friends and go to Comic-Con and just have a grand old time, because it's going to be epic. It's always epic. It's always super epic. Hi. Thank you. And I will be flying out 7 days from tomorrow. Monday the 21st I get out there. And super stoked. The schedule has been coming out these past 4 days. Today made the final schedule to come out, the Sunday schedule. And I've been making spreadsheets. I've been getting all my stuff together. I packed for my trip 2 weeks ago. I got real antsy. I was like, you know what? I got to get something done, because it just feels like I'm waiting. So to occupy my hands, I found myself packing my suitcases, and got that done. They've been sitting around, just waiting to be taken to the airport. And other than that, been waiting on Comic-Con news, which, to be honest, has been kind of sparse up until a couple weeks ago. Normally, when we'd be getting like announcements for panels and stuff from studios and whatnot, there hasn't been much in the way of news. So it's been like speculation and hit and miss and all that. But finally we're getting stuff coming out, and the schedule finally came out, so now we have these confirmed panels. So I've been making spreadsheets, deciding what I'm going to be doing for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the cool thing about preview night too is, like, I will be devoting 100% of my first bit of time on the floor. As soon as the door, well, obviously I'll be camping, or I'll be lining up after our badge pickup. Me and our fearless nerd truth leader Jason will be lining up for the exhibition floor in preview night. And as soon as those doors open, I will be Barry Allening that bitch, and getting my hiney as fast as I can into the exhibition hall and heading straight for Funko, because there are some Funko Pop figures that I want to buy. And a word of warning to anyone who has never bought Funko Pop figures before and maybe is considering trying them. Once you buy one, you just can't buy one. You've got to buy a bunch, because they're like the crack cocaine of the toy world. You just can't have one. You've got to have a bunch of them, because they're so adorable and precious, and they're just so damn cute. And there's some really good ones this year, like the Hannibal figure, obviously, is what I'm really going for, the blood-splattered Hannibal Pop figure, because I'm a huge fan of the TV show Hannibal, because it's just that awesome. There's a little headless, or a little Herschel figure that his head pops off, which is incredibly disturbing and just so god-awfully sad. But at the same time, it's just, I gotta have it because it looks so great. And then a few other things I'll be picking up too, but that's preview night. And then they're screening pilots in Ballroom 20 that night, which I'm going to try to make a few of those, preferably Constantine and iZombie. Maybe the Flash. I'm not sure if I'm going to make all the Flash, but if not, have no fear, because I watched the leaked pilot a while back, and I can safely say, as a DC fan, that it was great. It was so good. And that show has much promise. It has much promise, and I cannot wait to see more, because it's going to be awesome. And Thursday, the only panel I really care about in Ballroom 20 that day, which is the room I'm going to be in all day probably, is Hannibal. I think it's called Hannibal Feed Your Fear. The only thing that sucks about it is that it's about, I think it's between 4 and 5. That means I'm going to have to sit through everything in between that just to see the Hannibal panel. In between, the first panel of the day is 24. Kiefer Sutherland's going to be there. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm down for that. I love 24. Everything after that I could care less about. I will consider those panels either nap time panels or bathroom pass panels where you can go out and just walk around. But Hannibal's going to be there. No confirmation as to whether Mads and he will be there. They're not listed, but it does say surprises along the way, so I'm fingers crossed that is, maybe they'll show up on stage. You never know. Friday, there's nothing that I want to see in any room. Well, Game of Thrones and Walking Dead in Hall H, but I'm not spending 3 days in Hall H. I can't do that. 1 day in Hall H will take the piss out of you. 2 days will really take the piss out of you. 3 days, I don't recommend it, just because it's very tiring. The only thing I'd really care to see maybe in Ballroom 20 would be Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter. I love Clark Gregg. I don't love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I thought the first season was just meh. I really pray to the nerd gods that season 2 picks up and gets better, because the first season just wasn't that good. Agent Carter could have promise. Haley Atwell's going to be there, so that would be enough to warrant to go see it, but I'm not sure what I'll be doing Friday. I might not go to any panels. that might be a Hall H lineup day, because Saturday in Hall H is going to be pretty dope. You've got Warner Brothers, you've got Legendary, which has their own panel now because they've split away from Warner Brothers. You've got Frank Miller's Sin City: A Dame to Kill For. It's going to be Frank Miller, Robert Rodriguez in the cast, so I think it's going to be pretty sweet. Then you've got the Women Who Kick Ass panel, which is always just nice to see them up on stage, the different ladies from badass ladies from television talking. And then you've got, I think, Marvel after that, which we know they're going to have Age of Ultron, probably some other stuff. They might even announce Phase 3, I don't know what they'll do, but it's going to be great. Then after that, you've got the Warner Brothers and DC are bringing their pilots to Comic-Con. They're going to have Flash, iZombie, Constantine, and Gotham in Hall H back to back to back with the cast and crew. Probably might try to catch a little bit of the one pilot, but then afterwards I have tickets to the Nerdist podcast live recording at the Balboa, so I'll have to leave because I do not want to miss seeing Matt, Chris, and Jonah bullshit on stage, and one of their special guests who we don't know who it is yet, but it's going to be great, suffice it to say. And then Sunday, I've got Supernatural in Hall H. That's going to be another Hall H morning for me. Supernatural 10. It's going to be a good panel. You've got Jared Padalecki, Jensen Ackles, Misha Collins, and Mark Shepard are going to all be there with some of the writers and producers. So that's always a treat, because Supernatural is just a great show. And then after that, I'll be leaving Hall H and going at 3 o'clock is a How to Draw panel with Jim Lee that I plan on attending with Mr. Chris Chen. So that's going to be pretty fun. But other than that, I mean, I think it's going to be a great con. I want to try to get a little floor time in between those times. Eat Nami foods, which I plan on doing. The very coveted Hall H nachos, which I cannot recommend enough, are Nami, and I will be eating them like it ain't nobody's business. Probably on Saturday. Maybe on Sunday, that'll be my breakfast. Breakfast of Champions. And other than that, it's going to be a great con, I think. It's going to be awesome, as always. Really look forward to getting out there, getting away for a week, getting to San Diego, because, just San Diego, it's a great city. Very charming city, especially during Comic-Con time, because they just go all out for Comic-Con. The whole city embraces San Diego Comic-Con. It's great. And I'm really looking forward to that. And that is pretty much all I have to say in this. I plan on doing some more of these coming up in the next few weeks, hopefully. I do a blog now on our website, thenerdtruth.com, Jesse's Weekly Ramble, which is basically just me talking about whatever. Sometimes it's not even coherent, it's just me sitting behind a keyboard typing furiously like a monkey in a room full of typewriters, and just like, whoa, I wrote that. Holy crap. And then plugging our podcast. We're doing a podcast now. I don't know if you knew this or not, but I think we're up to episode 5, I want to say, of the Nerd Truth podcast. We do it like once every 2 weeks, I believe. It is me, Jason, our fearless leader, Christopher, Antonio from the Nerd Element, and then we have like to have Rachel, our friend Rachel, and our friend Kimberly from the Nerd Element usually will join us periodically, and we're going to do another one of those tonight, so look for that. When you see this vlog up on the interwebs, the podcast will be following for shizzle, so keep your eyes open for that. And that's all I have to say. I'm going to eat my french fries, drink my pop, and enjoy them very much. And keep calm and nerd on, my friends. And Comic-Con, keep calm and Comic-Con. It's coming up. And I look forward to talking to you later, preferably in San Diego. So, see ya. Bye-bye. That was people I know coming home from church. This is the bonus section, by the way. Yeah, now I'm gonna